So in the end, what matters is whether you're solving a problem using technology, because ownership is something nobody can coach you. It's just not about building, writing code and getting it to run. It's about selling it, making it really solve a problem. It's not about whether you are the expert in the team. It's about whether you're creating the right environment for the people. Yeah, I think one thing I was focusing on was learning. Am I picking up something new? Am I working on something that is helping solve a problem? Is that exciting enough to me? And is it in the area of learning that I want to do? That's how sort of I took it. So in the end, what matters is whether you're solving a problem using technology, or whether your company is solving a problem for someone, and whether they are ready to pay for it. In the end, it's business, because as a company you exist to make profit and survive and keep solving problems. I wish somebody would have told me that. I think it was my first project. The moment I came out of college, went through the training at TCS, and I was allotted the first project, which was actually a product development. I realized this is just the beginning, because there were so many new things to learn about the business, just not the tech, even tech. So that's when I realized this is just the beginning. Yeah, usually people go wrong with respect to their ownership, because ownership is something nobody can coach you or train you. You should be able to own things that is assigned to you and get things done. So most interns, when they don't successfully complete, it will be because of the ownership that they have not shown. This again is taking the ownership, which means you take the problem at hand in your hands and solve it. I definitely did do that. So the first product that we built at TCS, I was able to immediately take ownership of it, take the responsibility of, let's say, when deploying it at customer's location, making changes that the customer was asking for. So that ownership really helped me get quickly confirmed at my first job. So yeah, that's how I took the ownership first. Yeah, so startups will always teach you what it takes to build a business, solve a problem. It's just not about building, writing code and getting it to run. It's about selling it, making it really solve a problem, and somebody is ready to write a check for it. So you get a complete perspective of running a business. So that's one. And second, you'll always be close to the technology in your own, in a startup, in a small company, and you'll get to work on and learn latest things. Yes, definitely, because when we get interns, most of the times, most of the companies spend in training people. So the more and successful interns, or interns who outperform most others, what I've seen is they already know the tricks, they already know how to code, how to use tools, what is required, especially in case of software engineering. So definitely having on the job hands training and knowing how to use and build applications definitely will put them ahead. They should be learning, one, of course, what is required, what are all the skills that are required to execute and complete the job and get the work done. And second, is the ownership, right? It's just not about doing my job and leaving it. It's about, in the end, what are we trying to solve, and what can I do for that? That ownership, if they pick up, that will definitely take them a long way. Yes, I think it's important that what is that you're learning in your first job, more than how much money you're making, because that's where you're getting the real world experience. So if no matter what company, what brand, where you're working, if you're not in the right project, right kind of work that you want to do, it's better to find a place where you get to do what you want to do, versus just doing that. In my experience itself, I've seen some of my friends, toppers, who are sort of in the wrong project, which was not aligning to their aspirations, or where they were not building any code, though they were called software engineers. So they had to move on and find a better place to do it. So it is very important that you're getting to do what you want to do, in your initial few years of the job. Yeah, the one important thing people miss out when they become leaders is it is about managing people. Being a leader, your responsibility is to create other leaders, which means how do you deal with people, motivate people, engage with the people, so that they are excited to come and work every day and solve the problems. It's not about whether you are the expert in the team. It's about whether you're creating the right environment, creating the right atmosphere for the people to do their best and execute. So it's about people management once you become a leader. The abbreviation for life that I gave, I think those are the 4 steps that everybody evolves in life. L for learning, keep on learning, there is no end to it, and that is required, as I said. Then investing, I for investing, how do you invest your time in useful things to make profit and to grow once you have become an expert. Then how do you sort of forecast, which is basically how do you see into the future, how are you able to understand what is the next problem to solve for, what is the next thing that will happen, that is important. And lastly, your exiting or evolving or expansion, as you call it. When do you know you want to move to the next one, or think next big thing. I think if they can adopt this life stages and always think where they are, and if they can identify themselves in this framework and what they want to do, I think that should help them. That should be the key takeaway how they see life.